The philosopher Socrates once said, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of wisdom." But few people know that he also emphasized something even more important. When we truly understand ourselves, we can learn how to take care of ourselves. Throughout history, from the wise Greek sages to the Stoic philosophers, the advice to prioritize oneself has always been a guiding principle for a fulfilling and meaningful life. Today, everyone talks about self-care, but how many people actually practice it? In this fast-paced world, we get caught up in responsibilities, expectations, and obligations to the point that we forget one crucial thing. We also deserve to be a priority. We spend our energy pleasing others, chasing goals that aren't truly ours, and meeting expectations imposed by society. But when will we finally start living for ourselves? Prioritizing yourself does not mean being selfish. On the contrary, it is liberation. It means daring to break free from the belief that you are responsible for others' happiness and instead focusing on your own dreams, ambitions, and personal growth. You deserve that. Because only when you are fulfilled can you truly give to others wholeheartedly. Are you ready to change? Leave a comment. I prioritize myself, and take the first step on your journey to owning your life today. 1. Focus on yourself. In this ever-changing world, we are often caught in the whirlwind of comparison and the expectations of others. We look at someone else's success and wonder why we have yet to achieve the same. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us that the journey of self-improvement is not a race against anyone but ourselves. The only things we can control are our thoughts, actions, and how we respond to the world around us. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." His words remind us that true strength does not come from controlling the outside world, but from mastering our own minds. Every event, whether good or bad, happens beyond our control. However, how we react to them and how we interpret them is entirely up to us. If we focus solely on things beyond our reach, the opinions of others, the injustices of life, we will live in constant anxiety and disappointment. On the other hand, when we learn to control our thoughts and cultivate inner peace in the face of adversity, we will discover an unshakable inner strength. True freedom is not about changing the world to fit our desires, but about changing how we perceive it. And when we achieve that, we will no longer be disturbed by things beyond our control. There is an obvious truth that not everyone realizes. Each person has a different starting point, different circumstances, and different life goals. Yet, instead of focusing on ourselves, we become obsessed with what others are doing. We worry about their opinions, pay attention to meaningless judgments, and gradually lose our own direction. Stoicism teaches us that our energy is limited, so we must use it wisely. If we spend too much time worrying about others, what they think, what they do, and whether they are ahead of us, we will have little left to invest in ourselves. When we stop wasting energy on things outside our control, we create the opportunity to grow in the way we truly desire. Take the story of Theodore Roosevelt, one of the greatest presidents of the United States. As a child, he suffered from severe asthma to the point where he could barely play like other kids. Many believed he would never become strong. But instead of feeling discouraged or dwelling on these comments, Roosevelt focused on himself. He trained his body rigorously, never stopped learning, and developed a resilient mindset. As a result, he not only overcame his illness, but also became one of the most determined leaders in history. Roosevelt's story is a powerful testament to Stoic philosophy. You cannot change external circumstances, but you can absolutely change yourself. When you focus on yourself, you will realize an important truth. Your life is no longer controlled by external factors. You will spend less time worrying about what others think, be less influenced by negative opinions, and most importantly, you will feel freer. If each day you wake up and ask yourself, "What can I do today to become the best version of myself?" instead of, "What do others think about me?" you will notice an immediate difference. When you focus on self-development, learning, practicing, and improving your skills, you will enhance not only your work, but also your overall quality of life. Looking at the great masters in history, you will see that they all have one thing in common. They do not waste time comparing themselves to others, but instead concentrate on their own paths. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer because of the gap between our imaginations and our reality." So, if you care too much about how others judge you, you are only making yourself suffer. But if you focus on yourself, on growth and becoming better every day, you will unleash your true inner strength. How to focus on yourself. The most important lesson that Stoic philosophy teaches us is learning to control our thoughts and actions. One of the most effective ways to do this is by creating a personal development plan. Take time to think about what you truly want to achieve, then set clear steps to reach that goal. Learn from those who have gone before you, but don't be obsessed with their paths. You can find inspiration from those who are better than you.